Anybody questions for Kyle?
Kyle, on a non-serious note, your coach just walked out of here playing the song 100, 100 Rocks on my
Yeah.
I know you guys were probably busting his chops about those comments earlier in the week, but what does it mean to win for him after you kind of said that earlier in the week?
Yeah, I mean, he was giving team balls out to a few of the guys that played well, and then one of the guys in the back was like, "Oh, Coach Friend, we got something for you," and it was a Old Spice bottle. So, no, I mean, it's always good to win for him. I mean, we know how much he gives, throughout the week, and then obviously on game day. So to get a win all the way across the country, playing for that type of coach is huge.
From a team perspective, I mean, it seemed like your most complete game of the season from like offense, defense, special teams. Everybody sort of did their thing.
Yeah.
What was the message all week coming off Boston College to then sort of be at your best this season?
I mean, I think there were definitely positives on both sides of the ball to take away from the BC game, but I think the biggest thing that as an offense and really as a team that we really emphasized was just starting fast, because I felt like BC, you take away the slow start, putting ourselves in a 14-point hole, and obviously, I think we win the game, but, we started slow, and I think, kind of had to dig ourselves out of that. We did the same thing in the Virginia Tech game. So start fast and, get up early, and that was big, and I think both sides of the ball did. Obviously, defense created some takeaways, and then offense putting up 27 first-half points was big.
When did Fran tell you that if you won the coin toss, you guys were going to take the ball, and was that part of that?
Right before we went out.
Okay.
So he said, if we win, I want the ball, and I think that was, kind of making a statement, and being the aggressor.
Kyle, you really played a mistake-free football today, and it's been like that for a couple of games now.
Yeah.
Coming off, I hate to mention the picking, I'm going to. Coming off that game, what's been the big difference for you?
I wouldn't say it was like anything monumental. I think that the 3 games after that, we've run the ball better, which is, I think, helped me out, helped the offense out. I think anytime you have a game like that, you just go back and you really, study and try to find all the little areas where, things went wrong. And I think that I did that, and I think we did that as an offense, and I think that's why we're playing at a more efficient rate right now.
Joined by Davien Kerr as well. No idea.
Davien, how excited are you that you took advantage of your opportunity to, play a little bit more than you have this week, come away with an interception, and overall really a good game out there covering those guys?
I was really excited, when practice, I've been with the ones all week, so it was about my time of the opportunity, and coaches and players put their trust in me, and so I had to get the job done.
And, a few weeks ago, before you even took on this bigger role, Coach said you had the best ball skills on the team.
Yeah.
For a guy who was the DB coach at Georgia, and now you're head coach, to say that, what does that mean?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I ain't really played DB my whole life. I really play receiver, so coming from him is just I love that. It's really a good feeling.
Kyle, how do you feel like the quick passing game that you guys displayed early helped kind of open up the offense for some more explosive plays later in that first half?
Yeah, I think we did a good job, like you said, with the quick passes. I think we were efficient at those, getting 4, 5, 6 yards of play, and then we ran the ball as well. And I think anytime you do that, you march down the field a little bit, it forces the defense to press up a little bit and really react to some of the runs. And that's why I think the play actions really hit down the field today. So I think, as part of it, starting fast was, being efficient. And I think anytime you're at like 80% in those shorter completion plays, you're going to be, right where you want to be.
With having guys on Cal like Xavier Carlton and Noel Williams, was that kind of the reason why you guys tried to display that quick passing game early?
Yeah, I mean, they're a good defense. And I think that it was more so just about us starting fast. And I feel like when you can get those, quick and easy completions going, it gets you in a rhythm offensively, moves the ball, and, they're not that hard to execute. And I think, they had a really good front seven, good defensive backfield as well. So getting the ball out, tiring down a little bit, and getting those longer drives going was a point of emphasis.
Chris?
Davien, it looked like the interception, you probably high-pointed it. Can you walk us through a little bit?
Coach Fran was walking me through everything throughout the whole game, and played receiver by himself, so he gave me a speed release, so I'm either thinking it's a hitch or a fade coming, and the sideline said ball, and I looked, just went up, high point the ball.
And then I know you said you worked out with the ones during the week. Like, when did you sort of know you were going to start and this was going to be sort of your role today?
I didn't really think I was going to start because, like, we rotate a lot. So it was really a gamble, but I kept praying and praying to get this opportunity, and I just got to thank God.
Last two for these guys, we'll go AER and potential Carson.
Hey, Kyle. How fun was it to see your offensive line continue to push Cal's defensive front backwards today?
Yeah, that was huge. That's why we won the game. And we told them during the week, offensive and defensive line were the reason we won the game. And they did a great job running the ball. And then, like I was saying earlier, I think that opens up everything for me. And just that it doesn't let the defense kind of, tee off and play coverage, and, the ends can, rush at 8 yards because I'm dropping back. They have to respect the run. So for us to be able to run the ball was huge, and, I think a lot of the credit goes to them.
Carson, last one.
Yeah, Kyle, you guys kind of felt like you were in control for the first half, and in the second half they were kind of chipping away at your guys' lead throughout. What was sort of your message to keep your team calm? It just kind of felt like you guys never were out of rhythm, despite them even coming back a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we still, especially in the second half, still didn't play a complete, clean game. I felt like there were just too many pre-snap penalties that they didn't do anything that we just kind of shot ourselves in the foot. But I think when a play needed to be made on 3rd and short or whatever the case may be, I think the guys really stepped up, answered the bell there, and I think that's everything. And so that I think that's huge. We never panicked or anything like that. Even when we were kind of treading water there for a little bit.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Surely not OG. It's going to be short and sweet because we got to get out of here. Start with Chris.
Oronde, Kyle has a very dry sense of humor, so I think he was serious, but I'm not sure. He said, you guys presented Fran a bottle of Old Spice as part of the game ball. Who was that, and where did that sort of brainstorm come from?
Yeah, I don't even think it was planned by anybody. Yasin just said, "We got something for you, coach," and everyone got quiet, and then he just pulled out a bottle of soap. Winners get washed,
Carson.
Oronde, what have you been seeing the last few games? And it was kind of a dry spell in the middle of the season, but you've gone back-to-back 100-yard games. I mean, you've just been dominant.
Just doing what my coaches ask of me, and showing up when the ball is thrown to me, and whenever it's 3rd down, 2nd and long, anything like that, we got to show up. Those are crucial, critical parts of the game. So being able to get open and catch the ball in those situations is always good. But we just come in, we practice, and we just make it easy. Every week. And it got easier and it got easier, and I think coaches seeing me in different spots and that things have worked in those different spots. So we started expanding my role a little bit more, and then trying to get me the ball a little bit more.
Oronde, I know it's probably a frustrating question to answer how you guys shake off a slow start. Today, you guys did not have a slow start. Outside of getting the ball first, going down the field, kicking that field goal, and building onto it, what do you think went into that?
Just like I said, with practice, we'd be in the middle of practice, and then Coach Fran he'd blow the horn, he'd stop the whole practice, and we'd run the first drive, ones-on-ones, one's offense, one's defense, and I'll say we were kind of successful. It was maybe more like a 50-50 kind of split, but we was just working all week on those, coming out, first drive from the 25-yard line and being able to drive all the way down the field and get a field goal or more.
When he blows the horn in practice and he switches stuff up like that, what are you thinking?
He lets us know, so it's when you get in the game, the first drive coming. So he'll let us know in the team meeting before we go to practice that we better do that first drive. He won't say exactly when, but he'll let us know that we are going to do it.
Last two, we'll go Chris, then Cooper.
Kyle seemed sort of really smart in sort of picking his matchups with a guy like Noel on the other side and focusing on you and Trevor. Is that something that's sort of stated to you guys at the start of the week that hey, this is where we think we have the matchup edge, or does Kyle just pick it and you just run your route and do your job?
Yeah, he kind of just picks it. We wasn't really scared of their DBs as a receiving core, and as the tight ends, we weren't really scared of them. We didn't care who they lined up in front of us. They can line up Deion Sanders. We were still gonna throw at them. I mean, we wasn't gonna be scared. So we just run our routes, doing what we do, and it was just people was open that he was throwing it to. So he just picked the right matchup based on who was open.
Oronde, on that 4th down play late in the game where you made the diving catch off Kyle's throw, just what did you see on that play? Take me through that, and also just how do you feel like that sums up your connection with Kyle?
We had a corner out, and the dude was he was outside leverage, so I just took a stem in and just ran the corner regular, but I just look back for the ball as always because, as a receiver, you should always think you're getting the ball every play. Like, the ball always coming to you. So I look back, I'm expecting the ball, and the ball came. And, it was a little bit far out, but I was able to make a catch.
All right, thanks, OG. Thanks, guys. That wraps us up. Thanks for Marlo. Chris?
Marlo, I guess how nice is it to see Davien Kerr sort of get a chance and to come in and make a play like that, and his first real opportunity?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I was super proud. Davien came in late summer this year. He'd been grinding with us all year. We all knew it was something in him, that he had some talent. And Coach Ryan had really been the one on him trying to pull the potential out, and it's just definitely happy to see him do that.
Marlo, Davien, not the only guy who had a pick today. You got your second career pick, and it looked like, at least from our perspective, the quarterback threw it right to you, but what went into that plan?
I mean, it was just me planning inside the scheme. I mean, the D-line got a good rush. I just dropped it in my zone and doing what I'm told to do, and I just read the quarterback eyes, and he threw it right to me.
Marlo, how important was it for this defense to sort of bounce back after, what was sort of a subpar performance against BC, against what is a really good Cal team?
For sure. I mean, Coach Fran been challenging us all year, really. But just what we looked at last week, after we looked at the film, it was a lot of it left a nasty taste in our mouth. We were just trying to focus on what we can do better this week. And we did play a little bit better, but it's things that we can do even more better. So we can keep on doing that for next week.
Marlo, there were questions about whether you'd be ready to go to this week. How do you feel physically? When did you know that you'd be ready to be in the lineup this week?
Oh, no, I felt great. I felt great all week. I mean, I was ready to go. There's no way I wasn't going to be out there.
Marlo, you probably touched on it a little bit already, but you guys could have been really deflated by BC, and instead, this was your most complete game as a team, all three phases. What was the big message among players over the course of the week?
I mean, anytime there's a loss like that, to where the game where you feel like you should have won, it's definitely something that you got to look in the mirror. Everybody got to look in the mirror, go watch the film, and see how they can get better. And that's really all it was. We had to come together and play for each other, not really just play for the outside people that's watching us, but just play for the guys that you put in that work in every single day with.
Anything else, Marlo? Good.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.